Hey guys, welcome back. This is History of Power Rangers Season 1, Episode 44 of my show. But this is about Episode 47. But before I start talking about it, I just wanna... This segment of the video is gonna be a little bit of an apology. Because I wanna apologize to all of you that I haven't been uploading any videos over the past weeks. The reason why was because my storage on my iPad conked out on me. So what I am going to be doing from now on is I am still going to do 2 videos a week, and one on separate days of the week. But what I am going to do is after I post a video that I've recorded on my iPad onto YouTube, what I will do is I will delete that recording off the camera app on my iPad shortly after it's up. So that's kind of the announcement part of this video. I just wanted to get that out of the way because that was why I couldn't record a video for the past little while. So again, I completely apologize that I haven't been doing that for a while. It was just a minor storage problem I had on the iPad, but I think I found a way to hopefully fix it. Anyway, getting into it. This is History of Power Rangers Season 1, Episode 44 of my show, but this is about Episode 47 of Season 1 of Power Rangers. And Episode 47 in the original Power Rangers series is known as Reign of the Jellyfish. Now, as the name of this episode states, the Rangers are going to be facing a jellyfish-like monster. I'll explain more about that later. But anyway, getting into it, basically what happens is... sorry if you hear me burp a couple of times in the video. The reason is I just finished eating supper, so if you hear me burp a couple of times in the video, I completely apologize about that. Anyway, Miss Appleby is asking some of the students to, put certain things from their time period into the time capsule. Because in this episode, funny thing about this, I did try to record this video the past week or so, but my storage was full, so that's why I'm redoing this one. So, again, I'm sorry that I'm kind of redoing it, but I felt it was necessary. And anyway, now continuing on, Miss Appleby is asking the students to put certain objects from their time. Oh, but before I continue, I just want to mention, since this is episode 47, that means we have 2 more, counting this one, we have 2 more videos left until the final 2-part episode of the first season of the original segment. I just wanted to get that out of the way. I guess I should have did that at the beginning of the video, but it slipped my mind until now. So this is the second to last video until the 2-part episode. I just wanted to get that out of the way. I will probably put that in the description for the video. Anyway, now continuing on with what I was saying earlier, Miss Appleby is asking some of the students to put certain objects from their time into the time capsule, and then later on Bulk and Skull show up, and this is gonna sound kind of funny in a comedic sense for Bulk and Skull's character, but they're actually making a type of a very long sandwich, which Bulk called the Bulk, which, oh my god, I'm sorry, but that's kind of hilarious. Bulk, which, oh my god. Anyway, then I think it's Trini that asks, Miss Appleby if she's gonna put anything into the time capsule, and then basically Miss Appleby said that she is. And the thing that she's going to put into the time capsule is a picture of the Power Rangers, because she tells the students that the Power Rangers have done so much to protect their planet. They want to make sure the people of the future remember them for what they've done. Now that's going to actually play a little bit of a that's actually going to play a little hand in what's going to happen at the ending part of the episode. Now what I mean by that is, what's going to happen at the end is the Rangers are going to be referencing one of the later seasons, which I'll explain at a different point in time. I just wanted to mention that. Anyway, after the photo gets placed in the time capsule, Rita's like, I'm the one that should be remembered and placed in that time capsule. And then basically, she basically says that, Goldar tells her that her wish is her command, is his command. He'll send the putties and Squat and Babu down to Earth in order to take the capsule and take the picture of the Rangers out and put her picture inside it, and then it goes into the scene where the Rangers are like, and then basically what happens is, after that, Billy basically, after they meet up with the others, Billy tells Jason and the others in the park that they got the highest grades in Miss Appleby's class, so they get to bury the time capsule, which is kind of funny that it makes sense because they got the highest grades in the class, so it makes sense. Anyway, then the Rangers are taking the time capsule filled with certain objects from that time period to the burying spot, and then basically what happens is then Squat and Babu show up, and then the Rangers are fighting some putties basically, and then basically what happens is, after they take a look inside the time capsule, Babu says that after he pulls a piece of clothing out, he's like, we could use one of these, very grunge. And then after they defeat the putties, Squat and Babu manage to escape. And then when they get back to Earth, back to the moon, basically Rita's upset, because apparently before they left, she told them that they were supposed to take her picture with them. Oh my god, I'm sorry, but that's kind of hilarious. So she's a little miffed with them that they didn't take her picture, which kind of makes sense, because what she originally planned was for them to replace the picture of the Power Rangers in them with a picture of her, basically, and then so it's basically like a switch out kind of thing. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just wanted to mention that. And then she said that they have to make a little adjustment to her plan this time. And what the adjustment basically is instead of placing her photo inside the time capsule, they're gonna send down a monster to destroy the Rangers, basically. And in this case, the monster, as you probably have noticed, because the episode I'm talking about is Reign of the Jellyfish. So the monster that the Rangers will fight this time around is a jellyfish-based monster. And this is the funniest part. The jellyfish monster has a weird little umbrella, which I'll explain a little bit more about when they start fighting it. Anyway, after the jellyfish monster is created, Rita sends it down to Earth, and then Zordon informs the Rangers about the jellyfish monster being on Earth, and then they morph to their Ranger forms to deal with the jellyfish. And then basically what happens is, after that, the Rangers start battling the jellyfish a little, and then now this is the part of it that, of the episode I mentioned, because this is actually the second, if I'm remembering correctly, for this season specifically. I think this is the second of the 2 episodes where the Rangers will fight a monster that takes them to another dimension. I say second because the first one was back in episode 3 of my show, but about episode 2. But in that case, it was a different circumstance. But you guys get what I mean by that. Anyway, and this is the weirdest part. When the Rangers are, you see the jellyfish monster transports them to the other dimension by way, because not counting the Island of Illusion 2-part episode, because they were in another dimension in that 2-part episode, but they were on the island in another dimension, so technically that really didn't count. Anyway, basically, after the jellyfish monster transports the Rangers to another dimension, basically, he welcomes them to his dimension, and he's saying that pity he's not such a good host. And then basically they try to fight the jellyfish monster in the dimension, and this is the funniest part. This is the weirdest part of the episode. Somehow the Rangers aren't able to touch the jellyfish monster, but he's able to touch them. So basically, him transporting them to that dimension gave him the advantage in this case. And then basically after that, they managed to get out of the dimension after a little while. And then after that, Rita makes the jellyfish monster grow. And then the Rangers start battling the jellyfish monster in the Megazord. And then basically what happens after that is the Rangers defeat the jellyfish monster, and then Rita gets upset that she lost. I'm guessing Rita gets upset that she lost again. And then basically what happens is after that, before I end, I'm getting close to the end of this video, so I just want to mention this very quickly. This is the second to last video before the Return of an Old Friend 2-part episode. I just wanted to mention that. I suppose I should have mentioned that at the beginning of the video, but I kind of slipped my mind, but at least I'm mentioning it now. Anyway, as I said, I'm guessing Rita gets upset that she lost again. And then after that, what happens is the Rangers are in the youth center after the time capsule had been buried, and then basically then Bulk and Skull show up with the Bulk Witch basically, and but by the time they arrive, because you see that entire episode they were making a very long sandwich called the Bulk Witch. So that's why for most of the episode, like at the beginning segment where the time capsule was in the school, they were in there, but they weren't showing up in most of the episode. After that point, that's why I kind of missed it. I just wanted to mention that now since I'm getting close to the end of the episode. And anyway, Jason tells the other Rangers that he hopes the people... Now this is going to actually, if you look on YouTube, I'm just going to mention this very quickly. If you look on YouTube under Linkara History of Power Rangers for the first part of the Time Force series, you'll see that this line will have kind of reference for Linkara's opening for the ninth season of the original series, of the Power Rangers series, I mean, which I will be doing on my channel, definitely. I just wanted to mention that. Anyway, basically, Jason said that he hopes that the people of the future live in a world without crime, and then the other Rangers are making their own renditions that saying no prejudice, and so on and so forth. Basically, and they're wondering if that can happen. And then Jason says, basically, if they all do their part, it's bound to happen. And that's basically where this episode stops. So, if you guys like this video when I post it, I'll post it either today or tomorrow, or Friday, dependent. So, until next time, guys, like I always tell you with this series, but first, that's gonna be it for this video, guys, and just when this video is posted, whenever I do, just please give it the real best you guys can, and I will see you guys sometime maybe Friday for the next video, or Saturday. So until then, guys, like I always tell you with this series, may the power protect you always, and I'm really sorry that this video is so short. It's the first video I've done for a while because of that, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. So again, like I said, just please give this video the real best you guys can, and I'll see you guys next time, and like I always tell you with this series, may the power protect you always.